Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello and good morning, all of you. This is Ashrama, and in this section, we are going to take up daily current affairs section where we'll be looking at all the major news events of the day. In this video, we'll be taking all the important points related to news events so that it is helpful for all examinations. So, no matter which exam you're preparing for, this video is going to be helpful for you. And this will have a whole day's all the major news events covered. Also, for everyday quiz on the same news events, you can download Entry app, which is available on the link provided below. So you can just click on the link and download the app. Now we'll be going forward with the news events, and the first news event is going to be related to Union Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, who has recently launched the Sehat OPD portal. Now, this portal has been launched keeping in mind that there are medical consultations required and there are lots of waiting lines going on. So for armed forces personnel and for the ex-servicemen and the armed force personnel, for them to reduce the line or waiting line, there is this hassle free portal which has been created, Sehat OPD portal, specifically for the armed forces, right? And it is going to give out even in remote areas as well as in the camping areas. Then Department of Atomic Energy, or DAE, has announced that India's first radioisotope production or a reactor and a processing facility complex is going to be developed as a triple P model, that being public-private partnership model, which is going to be the first of its kind triple P model. So we have a first of its kind triple P model in atomic energy now. We already had in nuclear energy. Now in atomic energy, we have this first which has been created. Who is going to create it? BARC, BARC, Baba Atomic Research Center, along with NPCIL. These are the two organizations which are going to have an MOU signed and they are going to work towards it. They are going to do the production as well as processing of isotopes in the world in terms of volume. So BARC and NPCIL are going to launch a triple P model now. Then WHO has signed an MOU with Switzerland to launch the first WHO biohub facility. This was announced in the 74th World Health Assembly, which was held in Geneva. In Geneva, Switzerland, the World Health Assembly 74th edition was held. Over here, WHO Biohub facility is going to be launched, and what will this facility have? It is going to help in sharing of virus and pathogen details. Whatever research has been done, what have been the findings of that research, everything is going to be there. And this facility will be set up in Spiez in Switzerland. So in Spiez, Switzerland, we will have this facility, and it is going to help in more interaction of research materials in terms of viruses and pathogens. Then we have Bharat Ratna Professor CNR Rao. He has been honored with International ENI Award 2020 for his research in renewable energy sources and energy storage. And then we have another award that has been given to Amartya Kumar Sen. Amartya Sen, who is a Nobel Prize laureate, he has been given Nobel Prize in Economic Sciences. He was conferred with Spain's top award, that is Princess of Asturias Award, in the field of social science, and his works related to poverty were honored with this award of Spain. And this is an award by Spanish Prize Foundation, the highest or topmost prize of Spain. Then we have Padma Bhushan Dr. D. Nageshwar Reddy. He was awarded Rudolph V. Schindler Award from American Society of Gastrointestinal Endoscopy, or ASGE. Then we have Robert Lewandowski. He has won European Global Boot as he finished as the top scorer in Europe's leading domestic tournaments. So Golden Boot has been given to this year. It has been given to Robert Lewandowski, and the maximum number of times this award recipient of European Golden Award is Lionel Messi. Then we have TransUnion's onboarding solution, which is implemented by Yes Bank to digitize the onboarding of credit card customers in a seamless, effective, and a quicker manner, and it is going to give a full range of identity protection from fraud and the credit solutions as well. Current MD and CEO of Yes Bank is Prashant Kumar. Prashant Kumar is the current MD and CEO, whereas the tagline is experience your expertise. Then we have Fake Buster, which is a name of the detector which identifies imposters through virtual conference without anybody's knowledge. So we all have these fake people faking up artificial intelligence or face identity. In that, identifying the faces which have been manipulated on social media platforms to defame a joke of someone. For them, we have a fake buster. So it is going to identify whether a video is a manipulated one or an original one, or it is not during a video. Even can be used in video conferences as well. So in video conferences also and on social media, if you have to check whether it has been manipulated video, that can be checked. Now it has been developed by the researchers from IIT Madras and Monarch University of Australia. These are the two which have developed it together. The name is FakeBuster. Then we have Chief Minister of Kerala, Pinarayi Vijayan. He has announced the three-member secretary level committee which is going to work towards the guidelines for implementation of Smart Kitchen scheme by July 10, 2021 in the state. Now, Smart Kitchen Initiative guidelines will be a part of this implementation of the LDF or Left Democratic Front promissory note they had created. Then the loan amount will be given to women in the state for refurbishing their kitchens, and the loan amount will be associated with low interest rate in the installments of the schemes. Then we have VO Chidambarar Port Trust or VOC Port Trust of Tuticorin, which has signed an MOU with National Technology Center for Ports, Waterways and Coasts of IIT Madras. And this is the MOU for this was signed between Operation and Maintenance of Vessel Traffic and VTS at VOC Port Trust. The MOU duration is for 5 years. So this duration is 5 years, or the term period of this MOU is for the 5 years. Then we have Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, that is Manoj Sinha. He has launched a special scheme with the name Special Assistance Scheme for COVID Mortalities, or which can also be called as SASCM scheme. It is going to give financial assistance to families who have lost their only bread earner. So whether you have lost both your parents, or there's a single owner or earner of the family and you have lost them during or due to COVID, for them the scheme is going to be valid. It is also going to provide, first of all, the financial assistance is going to be 1000 rupees per month, 1000 rupees per month to the spouse and the eldest member of the family, and it is going to give a scholarship of 20,000 rupees per annum for school going children, and 40,000 rupees per annum for college going students, the scholarship scheme. Then we have Defense Research and Development Organization or DRDO, which has developed an isothermal forging technology. It has been developed by DRDO's lab named Defense Metallurgical Research Laboratory or DMRL. It is going to be used for manufacturing parts of aero engines. This technology is going to be used for the manufacturing of aero engines and to produce all the 5 stages of high pressure compressor discs out of titanium alloy. Then we have TriFed, which has partnered with Niti Aayog to implement One Dhan Vikas Kendra's initiative under One Dhan Yojana in 39 tribal aspirational districts, which have been identified by Niti Aayog. So Niti Aayog has identified these 39, the 34 districts, and they are going 39 aspirational districts. They have been identified by Niti Aayog recently. And then we have UN bodies like WHO, UNEP, OIE, and FAO, which has developed One Health Hub level expert panel, which aims to develop an action plan to prevent the spread of diseases from animals to humans. So this has been created under the leadership of WHO, One Health Hub level huge expert panel. Then we have a union minister which has decided to support some public sector companies with grants under Mission COVID Suraksha to boost COVID 19 vaccine production. So, for increasing the vaccine production, certain companies are going to be helped financially under the Mission COVID Suraksha. Mission COVID Suraksha was launched under Atmanirbhar Package 3.0. Under Atmanirbhar Package 3.0, this was launched, and its targeted effort which will enable the development of indigenous, affordable, and accessible vaccines in India. A few of the companies that have been named till now is Indian Immunological Limited, IIL of Hyderabad, which is a PSU. It's a facility under PSU National Dairy Development Board. IIL and Bharat Biotech, they have signed a technical agreement as well for development of Covaxin. Then, Organization of Islamic Cooperation or OIC have called United Nations Human Rights Council to establish a permanent commission who can report on human rights violation across Israel, Gaza, and West Bank. This has been created because Israel-Palestine conflict is going on, and under that there have been lots of human rights violations. Now, over here, first of all, the OIC, which we are talking about over here, Organization of Islamic Cooperation, this India is not a member of it. Recently, India was invited as a guest of honor in the 46th session, which was held in 2019, but India is not a part of OIC. It has a total of 57 states and it is the second largest intergovernmental organization after United Nations. And it is called as a collective voice of Muslim countries. Then central government has invited Hindus, Sikh, Jain, Buddhist, Parsi and Christians from Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Pakistan to apply for citizenship in India under the controversial Citizenship Amendment Act 2019. So its implementation has been started after the applicants have been asked to file in the applications. Second of all, this act is the amendment of the act which was in 1955 for citizenship. So we had the original act of citizenship of 1955, which was recently amended in 2019, and now the religions as respectively have been asked to file the applications. Now, what were the changes? That is the duration of the stay required for getting citizenship, which was earlier 12 years, has been reduced to 6 years for these particular religions. But Muslims have not been included in this because these countries, Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, they are Muslim dominated countries. So, and that is the main reason why this is a controversial bill. Then we have RBI, which has imposed a 10 crore penalty on HDFC Bank for irregularities in auto loan book. Indian Broadcasting Foundation has been renamed to Indian Broadcasting and Digital Foundation. It is the apex body for broadcasters, and now it is also going to cover the OTT or over the top platforms or digital media as well, or digital streaming platforms as well. Now, for regulation, IBDF is considering that there can be a wholly owned subsidiary which can be created, and they are calling a self-regulatory body called Digital Media Content Regulatory Council. Under the OTT platform regulation of OTT platforms, a DMCTC is also going to be created. North Atlantic Treaty Organization is organizing the Steadfast Defender 21 War Games military exercise in Europe as tensions with Russia have increased. So, for this military exercise is going to be organized soon. Currently, military exercises are taking place in Atlantic, through Europe, and in the Black Sea region. So, these are two places where this is being held, in Atlantic and in the Black Sea region. Then we have government which is going to discontinue the central allocation of remdesivir, and therefore these are going to be regulated by National Pharmaceuticals Pricing Agency to monitor the availability of remdesivir in India. So for this, central government has pulled its hand and it has given the regulation hand to National Pharmaceuticals Pricing Agency. Now, remdesivir is an antiviral medication, and currently it is being sold under the name of Veklury, and it has been made optional or conditional on the recommendation by the WHO committee. So WHO has already made it optional medicine. Then we have Ministry of Education, which has launched Yuva Prime Minister's scheme for mentoring young authors. Yuva is young, upcoming, and versatile authors. This is the full form of Yuva. And in this, 75 authors are going to be selected via the All India contest. And after this selection, they are going to be mentored or guided by the experienced authors. Right? So, experienced authors are going to help them draft their own books out of these 75 authors. Also, the names are going to be announced on the National Youth Day, which is observed on 12th of January, and the books will be released on Independence Day. With this, we'll be winding up the segment, and I hope this session has been helpful. We'll see you in the next video with more news events. Until then, goodbye, take care, and have a great day.